property off Mulholland Highway. 24 feds, some in tactical gear, could be seen carrying evidence from the property, including several firearms. After the search, a SWAT team was seen leaving in a procession of law enforcement vehicles. Federal agents also executed a similar raid in Las Vegas today.
What he do? Had to pay what? Cut a $100 million check to the IRS. Yeah, give him $100 million. Now, if someone in this camp introduced him to someone that knew the game and that could save him money, he would look at that as a business move. Be very cautious, don't want to mess his shit up. But then he has security. Well, if it don't work, at least got the money to pay him off. So I think it's a low risk, high reward for him. So I think in that situation, people with money like Mayweather, they'd be like, oh, I'll try it out.
To this day, Logan claims Floyd owes him millions. Now federal agents are also investigating if Floyd properly reported his earnings from the fight. Spoiler alert, he probably didn't, because
CNN reporting that Mayweather, get this, still has not paid his taxes for 2015. We don't know how much money Mayweather owes, but he's asking the IRS for a break until the fight, the end of August.
Floyd's exhibition fights, often held in Dubai and Japan, have been criticized for suspicious payments, secret side deals, and earnings that mysteriously disappear. Add in untraceable offshore bank accounts, and it's no surprise the IRS finally decided to raid his home.
What's your travel arrangements?
Want me to show you right now? Call my pilot right now.
Yeah.
So you just call your pilot and he just come where? It's like an Uber? I'm gonna show you. I pick some people up for me in Vegas. Is that okay?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Okay, so let me know. Head over to Clay Lacey, then go over to Vegas. So let me know what time you're gonna land so I can send him over there, and then Dan can get on the plane also. Okay?
I'd say have him at the airport about 10:45 or so.
All right, tell Dan tell Dan to get on there also, please.
I got you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I'm done.
After retiring undefeated, Floyd became a walking pay-per-view ATM. But instead of fighting actual boxers, he started booking matches against YouTubers, influencers, and reality TV stars, Logan Paul, Deji, John Gotti III, and even random TikTok stars.
What's your definition of toy?
Well, private jet, Enzo, Bugatti. Let's walk over here. I'll show you a couple toys. They call this the $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, we are on ESPN. This is sports cars. This is sports network. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. You ain't seen these toys?
I haven't seen these?
No.
What? Floyd, this is 7 cars, man. Silver, platinum, Miami, black LA, white Vegas.
Yeah, in New York, I got my drivers.
And you got your drivers in New York?
Yeah.
Why? Talk to me about why you make the decision to drive different colored cars in respective cities.
Spoiled brat.
Oh, just being a brat?
Just being a brat.
The 7 cars that you showed me
Yes.
are in excess of $15 to $20 million.
Let me see what's the number. We go 3
And you don't drive them.
It's close to 15 million. You're right. It's close to 15 million.
And you don't drive them.
No.
Oh Lord, this is your closet.
Yeah.
I see the money team hats along with various others.
Yeah.
Do you even know how many outfits you have?
I wear the same clothes, but I gotta.
So you get a call, you agree to fight Floyd, and then you're sitting there thinking, holy crap. Who do you tell first? I called Shane before signing anything. I told him, I'm scared. Shane said, just sign it, stop being a coward. Then things couldn't get worse for Floyd when Tank Davis poured gasoline on the fire.
On Instagram, $26 million, a payment he made to the IRS. By the way, nothing makes your tax payment look shadier than when you're just holding up cash.
Right.
That's not a good look to the IRS. But he showed his actual, 26 million.
that guy not pay taxes? How does the people around him, how do the lawyers that I'm sure that he employs, the financial people that are probably running his life telling him to stop spending $1 million a day, how do they not deal with his...
Earlier this year, Tank Davis, once Floyd's protege, revealed that Floyd was detained in Dubai over international financial crimes.
Yeah, I think it's like, yeah. And I'm pointing like this because all of them in New York City right now, we're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on. You know what we do? All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
According to Tank, Floyd wasn't flying around the world for exhibitions. He was stuck in Dubai trying to avoid US law enforcement. And that wasn't the craziest part. Tank also accused Floyd of keeping illegal guns in his homes, claiming Floyd feared retaliation from fighters and former business partners he had scammed. But here's the wildest part. After Tank knocked out Frank Martin, he dropped a bombshell. Floyd had hired people to stalk him. Looks like we know why Floyd had those guns.
Well, you guys know I do real estate in New York, so it was only right for me to get a new place in New York. So I got a new place in New York. I will show you guys the innocent touches, money made, and you guys do the rest.
The feud between Tank and Floyd has become personal now that Floyd's daughter Yaya is involved. Ryan Garcia exposed a huge secret, claiming that Tank and Floyd's daughter were hooking up. At first, everyone dismissed it as just Ryan being wild online.
You won't believe this. Floyd Mayweather is back in the NFT space to launch his metaverse called Mayweather. There will be 5,000 NFTs with different utility, rarity levels, and rewards. But this NFT project is after a series of NFT and crypto scams he's started and promoted throughout the years. Some abandoned projects are Centra ICO, Ethereum Max, Floyd NFT, Board Bunny, scamming his supporters for over more than $5 million. What do you think? Follow for more NFT news.
Back in 2022, Floyd teamed up with a crypto coin.
The feud between Tank and Floyd has become personal now that Floyd's daughter Yaya is involved. Ryan Garcia exposed a huge secret, claiming that Tank and Floyd's daughter were hooking up. At first, everyone dismissed it as just Ryan being wild online.
I know that Floyd is still getting in there as recently as this weekend because he needed the money. And I know
you think Floyd's fighting because he needs the money?
Doesn't need the money, yeah.
Really? Why? You think he blew through all of his money? Get the fuck.
Well, he blew through a lot of it, but what I'm sharing for you, it wasn't what you thought it was.
He blew through it and wasn't making as much as he
they're
said.
claiming he was doing $100 million a fight, and I'm claiming for you, he in his whole career has made about $100 million. There's a very
You made 8.8 in one night.
Yeah.
And you're a great fighter, but I'm looking at Floyd and I'm like, you know, Floyd had this long career. I could imagine him making more than $100 million.
Floyd is a household name.
Yeah, I know people say that. I understand that. Nah, Floyd was not Muhammad Ali, and Floyd wasn't Mike Tyson.
Like 8.8 in one night, I'm like, I think Floyd could do a bunch of those.
No, I got it. I know people think he made 130 in a night. I'm sharing with you, he didn't.
But then Tank broke his silence, revealing that Yaya was constantly Snapchatting him. Was Floyd okay with it? Not even close. So, what did he do? Floyd allegedly had Tank followed while hiding unregistered guns, like he was preparing for a war. Something shady was definitely going on behind the scenes.
It's great that you got the job done of getting the paperwork. I got Floyd Mayweather to agree to fight me.
That's the win.
That's the win.
Yeah.
You not only got in there, but you gave him a respectable performance to where like people walked away and it's not a gimmick anymore.
I owe Floyd a thanks.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather, looking forward to receiving the rest of the money you owe me, but thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. He gave me an opportunity.
What is your relationship?
Non-existent.
Okay.
It was good, but there was like a money thing. We'll get it figured out.
There's always a money thing.
It seems to me.
Throw it back to Floyd's long-running feud with 50 Cent. They were once close, but 50 eventually called Floyd a fraud, accusing him of not being able to read and scamming him out of money during a failed business. At the time, people thought it was just rap beef, but now it looks a lot more serious.
Floyd Mayweather, you punch-drunk idiot. Read my lips. Oh, wait, you can't. Where's my money, bitch? Floyd never paid me for our fight. Who am I, the IRS? You can't dodge taxes like you do punches, dummy. Floyd, how can you call yourself the GOAT?
Floyd's empire, built on flashy images and lots of cash, is crumbling under the weight of the truth. What seemed like brilliant business moves now look like money laundering, unpaid debts, and tax fraud.
Because I see a lot of people always bring up the fighter pay with the UFC, but isn't Logan complaining right now that he didn't get his checks from Floyd? Is that like a boxing issue versus
you
a boxing thing?
You don't ever hear that coming out.
To this day,
you hear a guy going, I want to make $30 million, I didn't get paid enough. You don't ever hear guys going, yeah, they didn't pay me yet, ever.
Is that like a boxing issue?
Well, here's what happens when you go in and you do these fights and you make them, and Hunter, correct me if I'm wrong, you do these fights that are exhibitions or whatever, the commission isn't overseeing it. So let's say I did a fight with Mike, I got Mike fighting, Francis or something, the athletic commission gets the money up front. So they pay the fighters. They don't have to wait for, that was the big problem in the past, is that these boxing promoters would come in and they wouldn't make as much money as they thought they were going to do, so they would stiff the fighters and not pay the guys. And that's why these regulations are in place in these different states.
The IRS raid didn't just uncover drugs and guns, it exposed a pattern, a life built on lies and evading responsibility.
Floyd Money Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement to pay that back. Like and follow for more.
Floyd Mayweather created an empire around the idea that he was untouchable, that no matter how reckless or controversial he was, he would always win. But now, with the IRS finding illegal weapons, drugs, millions in unreported cash, and fraud linked to real estate and crypto, that myth is shattered.
In terms of Floyd, right?
Okay.
So you get off the phone,
Yeah.
you've agreed to fight Floyd,
Yeah.
but then you have to sit there and go, holy shit. So who do you tell first? What are you thinking at that point? Do you ring someone or what are you doing?
First person I told was Shane. So before I even signed anything, I called Shane and I was telling him I'm scared. And then Shane's just like, sign it. Just sign it. Stop being a pussy.
That's it for today's video. If you liked it, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Share your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned for the next one.
Reveal what's going on with Floyd Mayweather, what happened with him with the Bob Wish Tank live. Most people just thought Floyd and Tank was going back and forth just for publicity anyway. All right? It was just for publicity. And according to Whack 100, which is the male Wendy Williams, we thought that title went to 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent.
The IRS just turned Floyd Mayweather's whole empire upside down after agents raided his mansion in the US. They found a huge stash of illegal drugs, unregistered weapons, and millions of dollars in cash hidden all over the house. This isn't just a one-time thing. It's the
Speechless if this is true, but Floyd Mayweather supposedly is held hostage in Dubai. Vontae Davis suggested this, who I believe is signed under Floyd Mayweather. Then Floyd responded back of posting a video of Tank dancing on his IG, saying, "We always knew he had sugar in the tank." Like, actually, that's insane posting this online. I'm not even kidding. And then Tank went on his IG story to say this.
Yo, them people over in Dubai, that money, I'm gonna get online right now. And you owe people in Saudi Arabia.
And Floyd responded back saying he should fight Shakur instead. I have no clue what is going on with this beef, but they're basically saying that Floyd Mayweather is broke and owes people money and he's hiding in Dubai. I'm actually speechless if any of that is remotely true, but I kind of can see that coming. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Logan Paul and Jake Paul like 2 years ago said that Floyd is actually broke. And it low-key might be true, but we'll see what happens.
The IRS just turned Floyd Mayweather's whole empire upside down after agents raided his mansion in the US. They found a huge stash of illegal drugs, unregistered weapons, and millions of dollars in cash hidden all over the house. This isn't just a one-time thing. It's the breaking point of a downward spiral. Floyd's $42 million real estate deal in Manhattan is being looked into for suspicious financial activities, and his crypto schemes have already caught the SEC's attention. Now with the IRS raid, everything is coming together. America got a clear view behind the scenes, and it's not just cash that Floyd has been hiding. This might be the scandal that finally ends the myth of his untouchable wealth.
He the one told Frank that I was running at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. I seen his people's drive by while I was running. It's cool. It's all right. I don't really think too much of it. He's not gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to be with him than be cool with him, because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll put you in bad situations.
The beef between Tank and Floyd has never been more personal now that Floyd...
Now with the IRS raid, everything is coming together. America got a clear view behind the scenes, and it's not just cash that Floyd has been hiding. This might be the scandal that finally ends the myth of his untouchable wealth.
Because Ryan is on the internet right now saying that he knows the root cause of the Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather beef. And this was news to me, that there's a possibility that Tank had a relationship with Floyd's daughter. It's not official news. If Ryan Garcia said it, it's definitely not official news. And I'm not gonna act like he doesn't have a relationship with Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather, like where there's smoke there couldn't be fire. There is clearly something going on between Floyd and Tank Davis.
His daughter, she a grown woman. She do what she wanna do, when she wanna do it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but is Tank right for that though?
Yeah.
Yeah, but is that good business to sleep with your business partner's daughter?
Business is business and personal is personal. We can't let this get between our money, man.
Inside Floyd's mansion, agents found a large amount of illegal drugs. It wasn't just marijuana or prescription drugs, it was serious narcotics with major federal penalties. And that wasn't all. Hidden compartments in the house revealed a disturbing number of unregistered weapons, some of which are military grade and illegal without government approval. But the worst part? The IRS found piles of cash, some of it damaged due to poor storage, and it wasn't listed in any of Floyd's tax documents. We're talking millions of dollars in physical cash, money that didn't match anything he reported to the authorities. For a man who built his brand flaunting wealth, this was a huge blow. The news spread quickly on social media, and for the first time, even Floyd's most loyal fans started wondering, is Mayweather's empire a total lie?
Do you think Floyd did that intentionally?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Why? After so much time? After, like, I guess, again, after what we think he helped you come to the game, he gave you the spotlight. Like, why would he try to diminish your career?
Because at that time, I don't want to go too deep into it. I don't want to bring up but it was somehow that they were saying I was messing with his daughter off the fact that she kept Snapchat.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on Snapchat. So he sent it to Floyd and Floyd.
Okay.
So that's what we did.
And you think that was a downfall of y'all career? I mean, y'all
No, it was a
relationship, not
downfall.
career.
Yeah,
Relationship.
yeah. It wasn't a downfall of my career. I mean, my our relationship, because it was more things that he was doing. Like
he scheduled a fight, I think.
As investigators went deeper, more warning signs appeared. Let's talk about that $42 million real estate investment in Manhattan.
What the hell happened between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather?
He changed his mind. As he was going into jail, he asked me to help him with Mayweather promotion. Signed the actual fighters. We had acquisition of Gamboa, Andre Durrell, IBF champion, Billy Dibb. I brought him over while Floyd was incarcerated. Then he comes home, let's get Floyd back in pocket. $300,000 chains, new Lamborghini, and I'm sitting there going, when you gonna give me the money? But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail.
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that. When he finally does bring up the actual situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. I didn't tell y'all to do that. And I'm looking at him and he looked in my face and he told me to do it.
Just a month ago, Floyd posted a now famous Instagram video showing off 62 buildings he claimed to own by himself.
I was basically in a chokehold. I wasn't comfortable. I bought myself out my contract for $750,000, almost 20 years ago. But with leaving that company and just the Canelo Alvarez and Conor McGregor and Manny Pacquiao fight, I made $750 million just in those 3 fights.
According to him, the properties included over 1,000 apartments and stores, mainly in Harlem, Morningside Heights, and Upper Manhattan. He told his 30 million followers, "This is all mine, no partners, just me." But now, investigators think the entire deal might be based on unstable financials. Multiple sources say the purchase was made through offshore accounts and fake shell companies. The authorities are now looking into whether Floyd laundered unreported income through this real estate deal to hide it from taxes. If Floyd thought owning buildings would protect him from scrutiny, he may have just bought himself more investigations. Let's rewind for a second. Before
Arnold Schwarzenegger, limited edition AP, all factory, 1.8 million right here. The $20 bills section. We like to call it the Andrew Jackson section, but I like to call it wallpaper. 200,000 in 20s. I heard in the song you can get the biggest Chanel bag in the store if you want it. Well, it's the biggest Chanel bag in the world. I got this bag from Karl Lagerfeld. R.I.P. May he rest in peace. Money getting motherfucker like myself, always showing out, always talking shit. Like 1.8 million, you know how it is. Check it out. Let them know it's all hundreds. Money made all motherfucking day.
Back in 2022, Floyd partnered with a cryptocurrency called Ethereum Max and heavily promoted it on social media, promising huge returns. He told followers to invest early, but here's the catch. Floyd was secretly paid to promote the coin without telling anyone. Once his fans invested millions, Floyd and other celebrities allegedly pulled out, leaving the coin's value to plummet almost overnight. That's how badly Floyd needed the cash.